Okay, so we are now on video 2. So we're going to carry on with our fish. Hopefully you've got up to the same stage as I have at this point. Okay, don't worry if it's perfect because this is probably your first time doing this, so that's absolutely fine. Okay, I just realised that the picture doesn't have this line in there. That's why it's looking a bit strange. I'm just going to rub that one out. Put the eye. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is add the fin on the side, because at the moment it's got its top fins and its side fins, but it hasn't got the little one that sits on the side. So this one, I'm going to create a small semicircle shape like that, and I'm going to go up into a sort of square shape, and then I'm going to join it together and rounding it off at the edges. There we go. So that's this little fin. That is step 8. Step 9, now we are going to start adding some details to our fins, because next lesson what we are going to do is add some tone, adding some shading. So at the moment we need to add some more detail. So we're going to start adding some more lines to our dorsal fin, this one's called. Okay, we're going to rub this line out and create more of a jaggedy line on the top. Okay, because they had spikes. So if you've done it very lightly, it should be quite easy to rub it out. Okay, and now you're going to come in and create kind of little sharp lines. So I'm going to go up, do a little spike going in, and keep going across that line, creating little spikes as I go across. Because this tropical fish has spikes the whole way along its fin. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start now drawing little lines that go up. So this is the small detail that you'll see on its fin. Okay, and try to do these quite light as well. There we go. Okay, they don't need to be completely even spaced apart. Just make sure you're doing them very lightly, just in case you make a mistake and you want to rub it out. Okay. So there we go. And then we're going to put some little lines on this small fin down here as well. Okay, and you'll notice I'm going with the fin. I'm kind of going curved along with the fin. I'm not drawing straight lines across. So I'm going along the fin. Okay, because it keeps in the shape. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some details on the back of the fin here. Okay, so I'm just going to add more detail to this fin now. So I'm going to go off the back a little bit more, and I'm going to create a semicircle like shape. So you already have that shape there to help you. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go into more of a curved fin shape. Okay, and then I can rub out the other part. There we go. So I've gone round and I've gone more into a curved shape there, and I've come down, done a semicircle, and then attached the two edges together to make a point, and that's going to be its other fin. Okay, and now I'm going to go up here. I'm going to create some detail now. So I'm doing small little lines are together, and you can see I'm kind of joining it in where the fin goes. There we go. I'm going to do some that come out the outside like that. And then one more that sits down there. There we go. I might add a smaller one in there too. There we go. So that's the detail on the back of the fin. Now we're going to add some small lines on this tiny little fin here. Okay, and I'm doing these diagonal because the fin goes up diagonal. I'm not going to do straight horizontal lines. I'm going to go with the shape of the fin. Okay, and now I'm going to start adding patterns to the bottom fin as well. So this is quite spiky too, this one. Like we've done here, I'm going to rub part of the fin out, just part of the line, and I'm going to make it spiky. So I go out a little bit, I create a little triangle that goes in like that. I go up a little bit more and I'm following the line as I go along. And I'm creating my spiky fin. There we go. And then this one also has lines coming across, but this time I'm going to go kind of curved around like this. So I'm creating a curved line as I draw in this fin here. So there we go. And then I'm going to go down. And then now I'm going to create some lines the same as this one up here on this fin down here. Okay, and while you're drawing, please make sure your pencil is nice and sharp, because otherwise you'll start pressing a lot harder the blunter the pencil gets. So just please make sure that if you press down quite hard with your pencil, make sure that it's sharp, because it will help you draw a lot lighter and it will be easier for you to rub out. So there we go. And then I'm going to add the small lines now onto my other fin. And I'm always going in the same direction as the fin. Okay, so now what we're going to start doing is adding some of the patterns onto the actual fish's body. Oh, just drew a line across my work. There we go. So, okay, it's time to add your vertical stripes. So they're kind of wavy stripes that go down. They're not directly straight. They don't sit like that. They sit curved coming down. Okay, so it is a three-dimensional object. So what we don't want to do is make it look flat. Okay, so near the head, you're going to have smaller lines that are closer together, and then on the body they're going to be further apart. Okay, so I'm going to show this as I draw. So the curved lines up here, I'm going to start going from the kind of lip area, and I'm going to do a slight, they're only slightly curved. Okay, so they're not kind of, you're not doing like a wavy line like this. Okay, they're slightly curved and then it kind of comes back in. There we go. So I've got that on my fish's head. Now I'm going to work into the body. So I'm going to do these ones. Okay, and you have to bear in mind that that kind of sits in the way. There we go. So these ones are going to be slightly further apart because it's on the body. There we go, so I'm happy with that. Okay, and now what I'm going to start doing is adding kind of patterns in a little bit. So I'm going to add like a slight triangular shape between them two. There. And then I'm going to add another like triangular sort of shape up here in between them two lines. And then one down here at the end. There we go. And when I'm happy with that, I can rub out the other lines that I've left. So these lines here, I can rub parts of them out. It would just help me put the triangular lines in there. There we go. Then I can rub this one out. So I kind of have like a pattern on the fish now. I might do another small triangle just going up there as well. Otherwise we have a gigantic gap. There we go. So that is my completely finished fish up to now, okay? It's in proportion everywhere, okay? The fins aren't too tiny compared to the body. The body is a good shape, okay? And I've got the patterns and the details on there as well. Don't worry if it's not completely perfect, because this is probably your first time drawing something like this complicated. I just want you to make sure that you are holding your pencil halfway up. Okay, try not to hold it too far down, because then you're going to press a lot harder. Okay, make sure that you are pressing very lightly with your pencil so that you can easily rub it out. okay, and it won't leave marks in your page. We have talked about this before when we were doing our African art project, and just give it a go. It's meant to be fun and it's meant to help you with your shape and proportion, so don't get yourself too frustrated about it. Give it a good go and I'll be excited to see your results.